Today I'm going to be reviewing the freewheeling of all of my HS skill rolling stock that I have at the moment. This video had to be delayed due to spiders. I'll put a link to those videos in the top right hand corner. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first two pieces of rolling stock I'm going to be reviewing for freewheeling are my two Walters mainline Union Pacific observation car and passenger car. Let's go ahead and get the observation car on the track and see how well it does. So at the moment it's not moving, but I'm going to get it on to the other side of the layout, and as you can see we got the United States of America's Freedom F7A unit here on the tracks, about to push it. But we're going to get the coach to the other side of the layout, and then we're going to see how well that goes. So as you can see, the coach and the engine are in the very top left hand corner. I'm going to turn the knob and we're going to see how well the coach does. Stopped way down there by the Polar Express. Nice. Let's go ahead and get the other coach set up. So I put the camera in a different location. This way you can actually see what happens. Here we go. I think the coach might have derailed. So let's get that fixed and then let's have a reshot. Okay, here we go again. That did better than the observation car. Let's get the next piece of rolling stock up and going. This next piece of rolling stock is a Fe Caboose, BNSF Caboose to be exact. This one has plastic wheels, and like I should have mentioned this, that the Walters mainline cars had metal wheels. This has plastic wheels, so let's figure out how this is gonna work. Where this is gonna go. It stopped right before the points. And you can see it doesn't want to really move on its own. So it appears that this piece of rolling stock does not have very freewheeling due to its plastic wheels. Let's move on to the next one. This next piece of rolling stock is another Bachmann item, but this time it's a gondola with, yet again, plastic wheels. So here we go. They didn't even make it in the shop. And you can see it does not move. It stops immediately right after it comes out of contact from the locomotive. And the reason why I'm doing this is because my house sits at an angle, so part of the layout goes downwards, so that's the reason why they move on their own. I don't have to touch them. The house sits at an angle, so they just roll down the layout as they are left alone. So there's that. That does not work. Let's move on to the next one. This next item is a Taiko Mantua Boxcar, yet again with plastic wheels, but this also has a weight in it. The other ones do not. So let's see how this works. Freewheeling is not that great, but it's also not that bad. So it can freewheel, but not a whole lot. This time I think the freight car got stuck in the engine. Oh. But yeah, that tends to happen. The freight cars will get stuck inside the front of the engine, and then I have to pry them out. Good thing is that the couplings do not break, but this one was not that great of a test, so let's move on to the next piece of rolling stock. This next piece of rolling stock is also a Taiko Mantua Boxcar, but like I should have mentioned this with the first Boxcar. These two Boxcars are New Haven Boxcars. They also have numbers on the bottom. One has a number 1, the other one has a number 2. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. So let's see how this piece of rolling stock will done the layout. And you can see it does not really want to. It doesn't even move. It instantly stops once there's no part of the locomotive and it's not being pushed. The boxcar just stops dead in its tracks. It doesn't even move. So I guess we'll move on to the next one. This next one is another Taiko or Mantua item, but this time it's a Santa Fe crane. This does not have any couplings and does not have a whole lot of pieces, but here we go. Freewheeling, not so great whatsoever. Hold on speed, and it gets distance, but not a whole lot. The reason why this crane is missing a whole lot of pieces is because I have another crane that belonged to my great-grandpa, and it's the only piece of rolling stock of model trains HO scale that I have left, because that's got robbed, and well, all of it's gone, except for this. Still really happy to have this out of my whole box, which would have gone to me. But well, I guess that will be the next piece of rolling stock we'll do, so let's get on to that. As you can see, the engine is pushing the crane that belongs to my grandpa, my great-great-grandpa, and here we go. It didn't even go anywhere. Retry. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This one does not like to roll by itself. It only likes to move when it's attached to other stuff. So, there's that. But yeah, this crane belongs to my great-grandpa, and it is the only thing I have left. I just scrap pieces from the other crane, attach them to this crane. That way the crane would be mostly intact. The reason why the other crane had a green band on it was a twisty tie that I had to attach to the crane, or else the crane would not have anything to hold up the arm. Just like the crane on the track that belonged to my grandpa. And that also has a twisty tie on it because the arm of the crane is broken and arm will not stand, so I take a twisty tie and attach it so it would stay. Let's move on to the next item. This next piece of rolling stock is a Bachmann item, and it's a Netherlands Overseas Mills boxcar. Let's see how it works. So it got some distance between the locomotive and itself, but it was not a whole lot. But let's continue. See what the next item is. This next item is also from Bachmann. It's a Milwaukee's Road boxcar, and it's from Milwaukee's Road, like so. And there's one item. It's one item I've always wanted on my layout. And as you can see, it rolled very, very far. Which means Bachmann did a very good job on this boxcar. But like I was saying, it was something I've been wanting on the layout for quite some time. One thing I've absolutely wanted for years is the Milwaukee's Road Hiawatha steam engine. One engine I've been wanting for a very, very long time. I have found only one on eBay, but it was for like $200, and it was a bid. It was a bid locomotive, and the bid was going over $200, so I left it alone and did not bother to buy it. But yeah, let's continue on and go on to the next items. This next item is also from Bachmann, but it's from a starter set that I've owned for quite a few years now. is from the Santa Fe Warrior Bachman starter set. Is the Baltimore and Ohio hopper car. And you can see it did not really go anywhere. It doesn't even like the freewheel whatsoever, so the freewheeling is very bad. But yet again, most of these pieces of rolling stock have basically every last piece of my rolling stock, except for those 2 coaches, have plastic wheels. Later on in the future, I am hoping to replace all these wheels with metal wheels. But let's continue on with the rest of the rolling stock, and then we'll get to the last piece of rolling stock, which is an unknown piece. So let's do that. This next piece is also a gondola. It's a Union Pacific one from the same set, and I forgot to mention with the last gondola, that was a Burlington Northern gondola. Again, plastic wheels. It's basically your standard Bachman item. As you can see, it did not go anywhere. Yeah, these Bachman items, they don't like to roll a whole lot, especially if they're from starter sets. So I guess we'll continue on with the last piece, and then we'll do the unknown caboose. The last item before we get to the mystery item is also from the set, and it's a Santa Fe caboose, which had a coupler break off of it, so it's replaced with a metal coupler instead of plastic. And you can see it did not go anywhere. The freewheeling is better on this one than it is with the other 2 pieces of rolling stock, because this one actually goes. The other 2 did not. Yet again, plastic wheels with plastic couplings. Basically everything here has plastic couplings except for the gondola from Burlington Northern and the Santa Fe Caboose. These 2 have 1 metal coupling because the other 2 broke. So now we'll continue on to the last piece of rolling stock, then we'll run some model trains. Let's go. That is the caboose and the box that it came in. Like I said, I know nothing about this company, and it's still a mystery I'm still trying to solve. As you can see, it's HO scale, and in the bottom left-hand corner it says CNN. At least that's what I think it says. Might be wrong. Either might be CNN or CN, with something written underneath it that I cannot read. That is what it says. That is the brand. That is the name. Still, like I said, I have no idea. Anything. Know nothing about this company. Know nothing about the rolling stock. Don't even know if they sell locomotives. So, it's a mystery I'm still trying to solve. Let's see how this actually goes. Let's see how it works. How this is gonna go. Not bad. That is not bad. I also forgot to mention that the majority of my rolling stock is made of plastic. Some of them have bits of metal on them, but that caboose that we just did is made of nothing but plastic. There's one weight in there, and that's it. It's a thin weight, and that's it.